Hey guys, it's Haley. Welcome back to my YouTube video. Today is a total different setup, as you can tell. I recently just got this swinging chair from my aunt, and it's going to be my new book area where I read. As the title of this video says, today I'm going to be going over what I read in January. I am distracted from outside my window, so sorry about that, with what's outside my window. Yeah. So I have this book club book. I got it off Amazon. I don't know how much it was because it doesn't say the price on it. But anyways, it basically has an index, a reading list, which my TBR is on there. It has like little cute quotes in it. This one says, "I do believe that something very magical can happen when you read a book." J.K. Rowling. And then it has all the books I've read with like basically my thoughts about it, how many pages there are, what I rated it, when I started it, when I finished it, the author and the title. So our first book that I read in January was It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I got this book with very high expectations, and I'll just say that it did it. Yeah. This book is so good. I don't have any books that I've ever rated 5 stars because that's like, wow. So like the ones that are like my top rates are normally 4 stars. So I gave this one 4 stars. My overall impression. I don't think this book could have been more written. No, I read that wrong. Sorry. I don't think this book could have been written more perfectly, from the writing to the plot to the characters. Nothing is fabricated. It is raw emotion and realistic. I cried a lot, all for different reasons, and that is true. And then my main takeaways are like quotes from the book, but I don't want to like spoil them, so I'm not going to tell you those. If you don't follow my Goodreads, you probably should. I'll link it in the description below. It basically just shows what I'm reading, how far I am in the book, and that kind of stuff, my ratings of stuff. Sometimes it is the one who loves you who hurts you the most. Lily hasn't always had it easy, but that's never stopped her from working hard for the life she wants. She's come a long way from the small town in Maine where she grew up. She graduated from college, moved to Boston, and started her own business, so when she feels a spark with a gorgeous neurosurgeon named Ryle Kincaid, everything in Lily's life suddenly seems almost too good to be true. Ryle is assertive, stubborn, maybe even a little arrogant. He is also sensitive, brilliant, and has a total soft spot for Lily. And the way he looks and scrubs certainly doesn't hurt. Lily can't get him out of her head, but Ryle's complete aversion to relationships is disturbing. Even as Lily finds herself becoming the exception of his no dating rule, she can't help but wonder what made him that way in the first place. As questions about her new relationship overwhelm her, so do thoughts of Atlas Corgan, her first love, and the link to the past she left behind. He was her kindred spirit, her protector. When Atlas suddenly reappears, everything Lily has built with Ryle is threatened. So basically what I do with my books is I tab them. But with that book, I didn't have the tabs yet. So I have to go through that one. It's going to take so long for me to do it, so I haven't done it yet. So I haven't tabbed It Ends With Us. But the next book we have, my notifications are blowing up. The next book we have is No Exit by Taylor Adams. When I got this book, I was like, wow, I don't like the way this is shaped at all, because it bothers me when my books are all next to each other and they're different heights. Tad bit of OCD when it comes to that. But anyways, so I was like, okay. And I'm really into romance, so this one has 0 romance in it, in case you were wondering. So I was like, I don't know how I'm going to like this. This is a thriller. So I didn't know how I was going to like it, but rated it 4 out of 5. So good. During the whole book, I was rigidly on the edge of my seat, didn't dare look away, and mindlessly shoving popcorn handfuls into my mouth. I don't think it is healthy how much I love the main antagonist. Yeah. And then quotes in it, but again, I won't read that to you because I don't want to spoil it. On her way to Utah seeing her dying mother, college student Darby Thorne gets caught in a fierce blizzard in the Colorado Rockies. With the roads impassable, she's forced to wait out the storm at a remote highway rest stop with no cell phone reception. Inside are some vending machines, a coffee maker, and 4 complete strangers. Desperate to find a signal to call home, the exhausted young art student goes back out into the storm and makes a horrifying discovery. In the back of a van parked next to her car is a little girl locked in an animal crate. Who is the child? Why has she been taken? And how can Darby save her? There is no way to call for help and no way out. One of her fellow travelers is a kidnapper, but which one? Trapped in an increasingly dangerous situation on the edge of civilization with the child's life and her own on the line, Darby must find a way to break the girl out of the van and escape. But who can she trust? Ugh, I love this book so much. Okay, so my tabs, I'll explain my tabs. Okay. So my tabs are: orange is unexpected, pink are my favorite quotes, blue is sad, green are moments I want to remember or like funny moments, and then yellow are like exactly moments. Like, for example, in books when a character like says something stupid and then her mind is like, why did I say that? Exactly. Those are my exactly moments. If you enjoy plot twists and like adventure and thriller and those type of movies, definitely recommend this book. And then the last book that I read was Ugly Love, another Coho book, because Colleen Hoover, you know. This is the first book I actually ever tabbed, so that's why they're all like out and grody, but yeah. It's not exactly love at first sight for Tate Collins when she meets the tormented and secretive Miles Archer. They wouldn't even go so far as to consider themselves friends. The only thing Tate and Miles have in common is a mutual physical attraction that can't be denied. Once their desires are out in the open, they realize they might have stumbled on the perfect no-strings arrangement. He isn't looking for love, and she doesn't have time for it, so that leaves just the sex. What they've got could be surprisingly satisfying as long as Tate can stick to 2 rules that Miles has for her. Never ask about the past, don't expect a future. They think that they can handle it, but everything is different when real emotions start to change the equation. Hearts get infiltrated, promises get broken, rules get shattered, love gets ugly. Oh my gosh, this book had me crying. Yeah. Okay. It was absolute stunning perfection in every way. My heart is just overflowing with emotions. And then the spoilers. Overall, my favorite read of January was No Exit. Yeah, I read that in a day. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Bren, again for this swing. Absolutely love it. Comment down below your favorite books, and I definitely suggest these 3 if you haven't read them and if you're into reading. Oh, and the stand that you're on was from my other aunt, TD, so thank you for that. I'll show it, hold on. I like this one without the ring light because it's easier. But see, it's like a mini tripod. Well, it is a mini tripod.